Rebecca Mateo is tracking developments on the disaster from Beijing. Let's speak to her. Rebecca, on the China side of the border, rescuers are searching for more than 500 people who are still missing. How are operations progressing there?
Ella, there has been progress in restoring access and basic infrastructure, but conditions around the worst-hit areas remain very challenging. For a little bit of context, Keelung Port is a major land crossing between China and Nepal, and it's frequently used by traders, tourists, and pilgrims. So more than 100,000 passenger crossings have been recorded in the first half of this year. But the terrain is steep, making rescue work difficult. Roads are damaged, rivers are fast-flowing, and mud in the worst-hit areas is more than 1.5 meters deep. But there is still progress. State media reported that about 800 meters of damaged road towards Keelung Port had been reopened by yesterday evening. Roads were initially cut off. Now, communications are gradually being restored as well. One telecom base station, 2 new ones brought online with 5G inter-network roaming activated. Medical support has also been stepped up. China's National Health Commission says teams and emergency supplies have been sent to the disaster area, while ambulances as well as medical personnel and psychological support workers from neighboring counties also mobilized. Now, authorities have been moving people away from dangerous areas. Around 500 affected residents have been resettled, over 550 stranded tourists evacuated, and villagers who are living close to Keelung Port have also been moved. Now, Chinese Premier Li Qiang is on the ground to oversee rescue and relief efforts. He is China's #2 leader, and his presence signifies that Beijing is showing extreme seriousness to this disaster. Now, the latest official figures from the Chinese side remain to be 3 dead, over 550 missing, including 260 foreign nationals. We don't have a breakdown or more information about the foreigners as of now. And across the border, Chinese authorities said yesterday that nearly 100 Chinese nationals were unaccounted for. And these figures were, as I said, updated yesterday and in the morning and afternoon. We are waiting for further updates. And access remains limited. Foreigners typically require a permit to travel to Tibet. And today, authorities have also suspended travel permits to the Keelung border area because of safety concerns and the ongoing rescue.
Rebecca, you mentioned China is sounding the alarm as well over the Barrier Lake overflowing, sending floodwaters downstream. How concerned is Beijing over this?
Well, one major concern is secondary disasters. The area remains geologically unstable with falling rocks and small landslides still being reported. A particular concern is Barrier Lake upstream. So state media says it held around 2 million cubic meters of water as of yesterday morning, with another 3 million cubic meters expected to flow in over the next 3 days because of rainfall. So the risk of a breach is high, potentially hitting Keelung Port and other downstream areas again. So authorities are using drones to monitor the Barrier Lake, while water officials are also tracking the stability, water levels, as well as rainfall, and modeling where floodwaters could go if the barrier breaches. So they are also mapping where people are located downstream, issuing warnings and preparing to evacuate people at risk. And more rain is another concern. Forecasters warn this could trigger further flash floods, mudslides, landslides, and this could further hamper rescue operations that are already very challenging. And the danger doesn't necessarily end when the rain stops. Experts warn that the risk of secondary collapses and mudslides can remain extremely high for 72 hours after the rainfall. So the challenge here really isn't just finding the hundreds who are still missing, but doing so while trying to prevent rescuers and residents from being caught in another disaster. Ella.
Well, thank you so much for that update. CNA's Rebecca Mateo reporting from Beijing.